Hey everybody, it's Steve, co-CEO of Team Liquid. I wanted to have a short video to provide some of the perspective of Team Liquid on all of the changes that just happened in League of Legends and how they are going to affect our participation as Team Liquid Honda in what will be the Northern Conference. So I want to start off first by talking about something that was actually announced a little bit ago, which was the change from the LRP system to the GRP system. This is a big freaking deal because this affects the economics associated with how much revenue the LCS teams and now the North Conference and South Conference will receive in 2025. Number two, the LCS will not exist in the state that it did in 2024 and 2025. They're going to be splitting this in a North American Conference, a South American Conference, and in order to achieve that, they are going to dissolve LLA. They will select two teams. One team will go to the North American Conference, one team will go to the South American Conference. Overall, how do I feel about this? Well, I'd say number one, the effect to the LCS. This year, we made a major change by going from 10 teams to 8 teams in the LCS, and I was very supportive of that. And the main reason for that was because I felt like there were free riders in the system for LCS that were not contributing very much to investing into content and competition and viewership, and they just needed to go. I felt like it was a healthier LCS. And guess what? Viewership went up in 2024, even though we lost 2 teams. So from my perspective, we have some teams to lose and they probably won't be missed. So I'm okay with it. I'm thumbs up. The LLA team that gets selected to join the North American Conference, I think is pretty cool. It's going to be pretty exciting to see diversity within the league, a new team enter, and I think that just creates more buzz and excitement for the content of the broadcast. This is actually kind of cool for Team Liquid specifically. Doesn't apply to all the other organizations, but we are a global esports organization. We just acquired a headquarters in Indonesia and Philippines. We have a headquarters in Utrecht. We also have a 30,000 square foot facility in Sao Paulo, Brazil. We are actually the 3rd largest fan base in esports in the region. So this is kind of cool because Team Liquid is also going to be playing on this pre-existing fan base that we've already cultivated. So I think this is just kind of a cool advantage for Team Liquid in this new structure as we go into 2025. There's also going to be a guest spot, which is actually kind of cool because I think the community has really wanted to see this idea of promotion relegation and kind of earning a spot in the league that all of the best teams in the region are competing for that is coming through Academy, this development system. And we kind of lost that during franchising. So this idea that we can have a promotion spot into the league alongside franchise teams, I think is honestly kind of beautiful. So I'm excited about this. I can't wait to see what team is the one that qualifies. And I think that's awesome. Now, in South America, those changes, there's going to be a reduction in the number of CBLOL teams, as well as a new LLA team that gets added. And there's a lot of fans that were rooting for those teams. There were infrastructure and employees and companies that were set up in order to support this. And my heart goes out to all of that and all of the people that will be affected by these changes. That's real and that should be acknowledged. And so I'm sorry that all of those changes are happening, which gets to my third point, which is that they're going to be introducing a new tournament. So this is something that we've been asking for as Team Liquid, as well as the LCS teams. We want more moments to put a trophy above our head. And so more international events because they're freaking cool. And MSI was one of the most interesting events that I've watched in a long time, except for the time that we beat IG. I think it's really cool. I'm very excited about having the new event to kick off things. And I envision that that's going to be different places around the world. And I kind of like that it's a smaller event and not as many teams. They can pull it off pretty quick and then they can get back to kind of the first split. So I'm thumbs up on that kind of change, introduction of a new international tournament. That gets to a con, which is that there's going to be less LCS teams that participate at international events. Both this new event, which is new because we don't know how anything in the past, but then the second event, MSI, you're not going to see as many LCS teams represented, but let's be real, usually only one team does well anyway. And then for the Worlds event, I think what would be really interesting is just to see that the performance of a certain region over time will affect the number of spots that that region gets in the next year of Worlds. And as long as we have an opportunity to earn more spots, if we become more competitive, then I'm okay with it. Because historically, we haven't really earned the right to bid. So, too bad. For Team Liquid Honda, we are going to continue to be here. We are in love with League of Legends, and we have been participating in this community for over a decade, and we intend to for decades to come. So I want to say, welcome to our community, and thank you so much to all the fans that have supported us throughout the years as we go into a fresh, new North American conference for League of Legends in 2025. Thank you so much for listening to this update. I appreciate your time. Let's go Liquid.